So we've just bought a machine through the door. Let's have a little look at what it is, what we got, and what we're going to do with it. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film. So, as mentioned in the previous Zanussi video, I said that I was getting a temporary machine. In fact, today we're getting two. This is one of them, and the next one was coming this evening where we're going to go and get. All very local machines, so that's good, about 3.5 miles away to get this. But anyway, let's have a look what we got. So, in a lovely glossy black colour, we have a Beko, and it is a WMB 714422B. So it's one of the Excellence models, so I've not had one from this range. I've had one from the range before, one's after. Little bit thing there, I don't know if that's line scale or whatever, we'll have a look. No fault with it apart from the fact it might need new brushes soon, and the hinge is a bit, so yeah, hinge is a bit low, so the description says has to lift door to close. So, but he asked me, do I fix them? And I said, yeah, so I'd muck around with them and whatnot, and yeah, surprisingly no gashes on the door glass, unlike the other one. Nice drum we got here, so a lot of Beko fans were like this. Spider and always fine, bearings are cool. Little bit of mould, nothing a good scrub and boil wash will do. 2200 watt heater, product code, serial number there. I'm presuming 17, does that mean 2017? I think Lewis might have had one very similar to this. He had a 1400 Beko, but it was an inverter, and it was white. Yeah, he had a video, but it's a 7 kilo model, although that doesn't look like a very much 7 kilo drum. So only £30 for this, and £30 for the other one. The other one is the other one's a washer dryer that we're getting. It's the Zanussi integrated, so it's the washer dryer version of what I picked up many years ago, and the IKEA Rendig one that I had. It says the dryer doesn't work on it. I'm hoping it's a thermostat issue. It could be, sometimes if you're lucky, it's user error. But this one doesn't look too bad. It was, the story was, I think it was, they moved into the house and it was already there, and the landlord told them get rid of it. And they've got a Samsung, I think it was a bespoke AI one they've got. I just briefly saw it behind the door, but parts in the back alley picked it up, yeah, and came home. But no, apart from that, there's pretty much no defects or anything like that. She's all ready to go in the kitchen. I've moved the Creeder out. The Creeder is now sat in there. And there's the WD-64, which has been used as a dryer. Hopefully we can get this new one up and running a bit. I might better use that because it's got a slightly bigger drum. There's an R5 tub on top. We use that for measuring everything. But yeah, this would look quite nice in there. So I'll immediately get it on a boil wash and whatnot. Probably the motor brush is going to be very whiny. I thought I had spare ones. I only have one actual spare Beko one. Apart from that, I've only got FHP motors, and they're not the best. Or I've got a Welling motor actually that might work. Might better get brushes out of that. We'll have a look. Just know that brushes on Bekos can be an absolute bloody nightmare sometimes. But yeah, she's emptied water outside. So I thought it'd be nice to do the videos where I get the machine and we do like a test video and a maintenance wash, and then we do the actual cycles, because I know a lot of you like seeing the cleanups and everything. I think Ian Eastwood was the one who said he finds it like ASMR, so I'll try and do that for some people. And here's the room currently with all the spin dryers. It's just a junk room at the moment, really. I'm going to get a chest of drawers, but there's the spin dryers there, towels and blankets. Hot Point dishwasher sits here. She's meant to go on a dolly board, but yeah. So we'll see what we can do. So what we're going to do is what I normally like to do. I haven't got my famous brush, but I've got some toilet bleach here. Doesn't need too much of a bleaching actually. I'm going to do what I normally do. So to put a bit on the seal like that, and a bit in the drum bit. Okay. That's an Aldi one, this is. And then I'm going to use this just to work it into the door seal. Like so. And all the way around. And what we do with that is we just let it sit into the seal
like so. Yeah, round and round. Oh God, be careful of the carpet. I don't want to bloody bleach that. There you go. And then with that, we just leave that. Maybe we could just leave that in the drawer if you wanted and let it clean out some of that lot. There you go. Actually, look at this. So guys, it's actually working on the drawer. And having the scourer does actually help. Okay, so I'll leave that in there, let it sort of clean that lot up. There you go. And the conditioner compartment, and leave that in there. And then now we've done that, take those off, and now we're safe. We haven't touched any bleach with our hands. And throw them away in the bag. So why I like to do that first is because now for the rest of the whole time we clean the machine, that can just sit in there and marinate into the seal and kill bacteria. We need to fix this bloody door now, I think. Let me have a look where the screwdriver is. Is it Torx screws? Ah, my worst nightmare. I hate Torx bolts with a nightmare. With a passion, I mean, and I don't know where I put my Torx set now. What happens when you have a... Oh, God damn it. I've got a... So, I think it's here, isn't it? It feels like, let's have a look. Oh, no, not that one. This one felt loose. That's that one there, I think. There we go. Interesting. I'm about to get the door off then maybe and see what's going on. I reckon, I might take these ones off, I reckon it's missing one of those things. I've got to get the door off anyway to clean all the inside, so... See, this is what infuriates me about Beko and all that. They use different size bolts on... Why not just use the same size bolts across the whole door? I always love the sound of ratchets, I don't know why, it's just like a very satisfying sound. I might go to the Trafford Centre tonight actually. I want to get a book from W. Smith. Let's see, I bet it's missing. Oh no, it isn't. Okay. Nothing seems untoward about that. It's got... Ah, no. It's missing that. And I wonder if that's inside the door, maybe. No. I think I've got a spare one of those things from a Bosch. If you see that there, put a white one on the top and I've transferred the grey one to the bottom. It's a bit silly, but that's how all new machines have their doors mounted. But I don't want to mount that just yet. I'm going to take this door apart and we're going to give that a really good clean in there and see what happens. But that's just how I thought I'd do that. If you can, stick it on with glue if possible or something like that. That also helps. Right, door has been fixed. There you go. Right, now to get on to actually cleaning the machine. This stuff I cannot recommend more, guys, the pink stuff. This is the paste. You can use the spray as well, but this is really good stuff. I did my entire kitchen with it when I first moved here. So you get a little bit of a dab, and you just basically go across. It's like a degreaser, all in one. It is. That's quite a nice sweet smell to it as well. You can get it in B&M. Any of your local cleaning, like a local hardware store, will have it. Really good stuff. It's not even that expensive either. As you can see, it just gets through. So black is good because it hides a lot of scratches, and that's why I think black machines tend to sell quite a lot in some places. I remember, it is a pity that Beko I had, because I had a black Beko before, WMB, that's very similar to one Reese had that went wrong, and yeah, his one also destroyed the bloody brushes, because my one did. Obviously the drawer's going to come out and have its own clean, so that'll be fine. And I use like an old toothbrush to get into all the little nooks and crannies of it as well. As I say, if you can hear that sound, it's the fan in the thingy in the kitchen. It runs whenever it's connected directly to the light, so there's no fuse to like. There we go. Usually doors are just a bit dusty on the outside. And you don't have to rinse it off with anything either. So that's one good thing. It was good on top of the cupboard where the microwave and all was. There was loads of grease from the previous owners who'd never cleaned it. Went up there with a couple of scourer pads and some pink stuff remover. In about 15 minutes we had the whole lot completely cleaned. So it really is good. I love the sculpted sides on these. I've missed doing this. So like, the reason I don't show picking up the machines anymore was what I mentioned in the previous, well, in the video of the AEG. There's a bit of a scratch there, but that's fine. Was that the thing is, a place like Manchester is not like London where it's vast, you know. I lived nowhere near the city in London when I was there, so it was kind of hard for people to really sort of tell where I was, unless they saw road signs. And half the time, when I started doing the videos, I'd start the video like 5 minutes into driving, so I'd already be about like 2 miles away from where I actually lived. That's how I kind of made people like not know where I live. But things in Manchester, it's a very small place, and landmarks can give stuff away. Like, I don't know, if I said I had a house near the Trafford Centre, which I don't, or maybe I do, who knows. But if I said I live near, I don't know, the Etihad Stadium, there's a lot of people who go, oh, I know where that is. They'd know at least 3 areas where that could be. In London, however, you say you live near Heathrow Airport, I mean, that could be 7 or 8 places, because London is so vast. So with Manchester, I prefer not to show myself going around and getting the machine. Plus, you know, it was also hassle because I had to take the card out of the dash cam, and then I'd often forget to put it back. So what it meant then was, when it was time to drive, I didn't have a dash cam. Almost there. It's not really much on this. But I'll tell you one thing though, it's hard getting people to buy machines around. I don't know why. It's like, I'm not saying people around here are skint or anything, but it's just, they're more stingy about prices. I thought London was bad, but at least with London you could make hundreds off a machine. Like the Samsung I got for tenner, I put it up for £200. No, only when I reduced it to 110 did someone actually buy it. And even then they still wanted to bargain. I was like, Jesus, like. So it's one of the reasons why I've not really been motivated to do all this because, you know, but that and the fact, like I say, you know, it's getting harder to find machines that I haven't had ranges of now. Like Beko are one that I've kind of gone through everything with. Indesit will probably be the next one that I go through. Apart from that, people are always pricing machines very high around here, and a lot of the time there's stuff wrong with them. There is a slight problem with the lid. It's cracked slightly where one of the holders is, but I can easily put a piece of plastic on that, a bit like what I did with the Bosch, except I won't be attaching a full bit, just a little bit across, or a bit of metal, who knows, and then fuse that across. Right, that's kind of really done, just need to scrub. But yeah, definitely guys, I suggest get this. Probably some of you lot already use it anyway. Star Drops, it's by. I think it's time to get her in the kitchen. Right, now for the bit we all used to love in the old place in London, was seeing how the machine looked once she was under the worktop. Mind you, one good thing about Beko is that they are very slim machines, but her feet are biting the floor, almost. They are. So just basically lift up, swing. Had to glue down a bit of the floor here because previous owners have probably torn the liner when they took their washing machine out. Let's have a little look at how that looks looking. White amongst a black kitchen. Like black amongst a white kitchen is quite an interesting contrast. That will need levelling. I'll have to see which side. Right. Her feet are very stubborn. They need raising. I was saying lowering, I mean. There you are. She's in. Let's have a look. Good. Let's have a look what programs we got then. So, you start with cottons. So you've got spin and time delay, your options are pre-wash, quicker wash, which is good, extra rinse, anti-crease, start pause, and temperature. So that'd be a cotton cycle, it's default 60, that probably means eco. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, cold. 90 is 2 hours 32, not actually quite bad. Quicker, 2 hours 6. Oh, there's 2. Interesting. Oh, it's option 1 and option 2, that's why. So you can have a pre-wash, quicker wash. Oh, you can't have either though. Right, you can't have both. So you have quicker wash, you can have extra rinse. So you cannot select. So could you select a pre-wash? Yeah, you can. So you can't select a quicker wash. I suppose, yeah. Some machines you can. And then after start and pause. And then you've got Cotton's Eco, which I presume is 60, 2 hours 56. So about 28 minutes longer. 60, 50, 40, 30, and down to 60. Baby and toddler clothing, 90 degrees. It defaults as an extra rinse, so you can't change that. That's a good cycle, actually. Could you do quicker wash? No. The temperature, 80, 70. Oh, we can go down in tens on this one. Almost. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. Okay. Daily quick. Oh, that's the one. That's the one that the machine goes mad on. You can have daily quick 90. Oh, interesting. That's a really nice, good cycle. 33. Can't select that. You can't select extra wash. Oh, you can. Oh, 6 minutes. Rinse is only 76 minutes. 80, 70, 60. That's eco there. Wow. Express super short. 7 kilo for daily quick and 2 kilo for this. So just have 30 and cold. Makes no difference. 600 RPM. Oh yeah.
What is their spin speed? Is it 1200 on everything? Daily quick, I presume, is... No, you can have 1400 on that, but it defaults at 1200 on anything. Right. What are we at? Super Express Short. Freshen up. Presume, is that like a rinse? What's the spin speed? 1000. 1200. That's not bad, you can actually have that for... I presume it's just like a rinse, maybe. Eco Clean 20. What? Can't default anything else. Spin speed looks to be 1200. No, you can go to 1400. Self clean 70 degrees. Can we change that? No, we can't, but I might put it on that actually. No, do you know what? Cotton's 90 is what I do for self clean. I don't know, because you never know. Okay, spin and drain, obviously it defaults at 1200. It's quite interesting. 1400. Rinse. You have extra rinse. No, you can't. Interesting. 1200. Probably can get up to 1400, couldn't we? Yep, 1400. 18 minutes. Probably final rinse and spin, that it is. Hand wash. 1000 for hand wash. 1200 for a hand wash. Bloody hell. What machine did I test that had that? Oh, the W Classic, I think is what you can... No, the AEG can do 1200 for that, yeah. They're just 30 degrees and cold. Can't have a pre-wash, can't have a quicker wash, you can't have an extra rinse. Woolens. Temperature is 40. 800 for wool, yeah? I bet it's faster. 1200, wow. Can't have a pre-wash. Can't do quicker wash, but you can have an extra rinse. Dark care. 40 degrees. Dark care, it's like something really awful. 1200 RPM. No, you can't have a pre-wash. And you can't deselect an extra rinse, you can't select quicker wash either. Shirts. Anti-crease. Oh, so you can check, you can have that with everything. Shirts, anti-crease. 60 though, for shirts, which is good. 800, or was it 1000? 800. You have a pre-wash? Yep. You can have a quicker wash, and quicker wash, can you not have an extra rinse? Yeah, you can have an extra rinse. All options. Mixed fabrics. 40. 1200 maybe, do we think the spin speed will be? Yeah, 1200. Pre-wash is allowed. Quicker wash allowed. Takes 19 minutes off. Extra rinse is allowed. And so is anti-crease. Synthetics. So look how synthetics is right at the top. So, synthetics, temperature 40. Can we go up to 60 on that? Yes, we can. 1200 for synthetics, or is it faster? Yep, 1200. You can have a pre-wash. You can have quicker wash. You can have extra rinse, and of course, you can have that. You can have all three of those, but you can't have quicker wash. But you can have quicker wash with that. There you go. What does the time delay go up to? 30 minutes, 1 hour. Oh, I forgot to go through it manually. A little egg timer on there. I do like the accent on the display on this. So it goes up in increments of half an hour. I think it's a 24 hour, it must be. I remember the WMAs could only do up to 20 hours. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Alright, that's the cycles. So it's bleaching the seal around there. I just need to give that door a bit of a wipe. In the meantime, I'll stick 2 dishwasher tablets in there. Okay. And I'll just get the towel I've been using. Actually, I might have another tab. More pink stuff on it. Probably good just to wet that now. Little wetness. Ah, oh, look at that. That feels so satisfying to clean. Get all that muck. Alright. So. Cottons.
Actually, I am going to do the self-clean cycle because I want to know how. In 2.5 hours, bloody hell. You have to do an extra rinse with it. I won't do any spin washers or anything about it. 70 degrees. I've had to do a Cotton's 90 with a quicker wash. Around 42 temperature. Oh, just went past it. Cotton's 90, 206, yeah, 14 spin. And start. Yay! And through the system. Oh yeah, it does this, fills the sump, isn't it? Water. Right, we'll go in a bit to go and get the Zanussi. So that'll continue while we're out. See what happens. Nice motor sound. What was that outside? What's dripping? Oh, right, it's just the bottle I've got up here. I've got a spray bottle. I thought the machine's not leaking, is it? I wonder how it's going to sound at 1400. Excellent stuff. I wonder how quickly that water will turn like grey or something. There we go. That one with a test load of towels afterwards. Learning from what Service Slimline used to do. Right, the machine's all done, ready for a first wash, and that's what we're going to do after this. It's all cleaned out, and yeah, it's all come up quite nicely. Just might need to do a quick rinse on that, but no, we're all good apart from that. One of the new temporary machines, and I will show you the other one. This is the Beko WMB Beko Excellence WMB 714422B in a nice black colour, 1400 RPM, 7 kilo, and here's the other one. It obviously looks very familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a Zanussi integrated, modelled ZWT 71201WA. I've had the ZW7101WA. Everything works. The dryer does not heat though, so I reckon it's either the thermostat or the dryer elements. So I'm going to have a little look at that. But yeah, they use a 9-deck motor. I didn't know that, but that's what Mum calls the doorbell. But yeah. So it's funny having another one of these again. They are actually quite good. The only thing that you've got to be careful of is that all the weight is at the very front of the machine. So if you tilt the machine forward, it likes to try and go forward. So what I'm trying to do is undo the lid while the Beko does the first wash, and I'll film that.
and we'll see. It might just be a thermostat that needs resetting. I hope it would be. It might be the elements, who knows. But yeah, both paid £30 for both, so 60 for 2 machines. Easily turn that around, and plus YouTube revenue and just views. It just helped with the views on the channel, with more content to film, and hopefully, I mean, because we get washer dry going, that's a bit of a bigger capacity than the WD-64. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.